currently, as of now, Team Myanmar, after a long break, I'm not too sure whether Selena is it. The difference, hopefully, is the one, this pocket pick, hopefully, is the one that Team Myanmar is relying on in order to win and equalize the game score against Team Philippines.
So they're sacrificing a extremely tanky front line, not a lot of prop controls to set things up for themselves, but I think Myanmar, judging from how they play, the Myanmar are already starting to proxy that wave, which is pretty good. So getting that turret plating and getting the heck out of there, starting the early game rotation and speeding up that farm, that's the optimization that Benuya has on this Freya.
Yeah, I like the confidence coming out of Benuya though, but of course, you know, Benuya Freya in level 1 is already ready to go. Just spam the dashes and you just output so much damage, especially when you have the Warcry as well. He's not afraid of Han to just appear, and that side he's more than happy to take him down.
Pre-level 4, Freya does have the upper hand. In the mid lane,
Pick off coming up from the side of Team Myanmar already. I bet that's your typical, you know, Selena arrow that that landed onto, I believe that was Pabiko. Unfortunate for Team Philippines for now, but it's still early game. Another one stunned. Oh wow. My goodness! Team Philippines, 9 to Amazon arrows for Cure by Cure.
What a find. That was 1 assist and 1 kill for the Selena right off the bat. This is the minute and 30.
Pick.
The pocket pick for Selena actually working out well. But they are on a timer though. In the late game, Selena doesn't really have a lot of defensive potential. Take a look at itemizations, the fighter emblem once again. You want to get that claw, you want to get that carry up to scale fast. You want them to sustain within these team fights. We saw earlier on in game number 1 how sustaining and how tanky, quote unquote, that carry is, even if she's left alone to her own devices. And right now, starting off with team fights.
Kyo landing onto another Selena arrow to try to slow down the fight just a little bit more. Nepomuceno is already skilled, walking onto the turtle proposal, already committed. Here comes the Mystic Gun by Wolfspray. Benuya goes down for the count. Nepomuceno will be able to take down not only the turtle, but his counterpart from Team Myanmar.
Well, the idea was there for Benuya. Great start in trying to disrupt and push the Baxia back. Found the Baxia, immediately tried to hammer onto that Baxia, but hold on a second, mid-side.
No way for him to run. The stuns coming out from Kyo, and also just so many damage poured into him at the same time for the side of Team Myanmar. Team Philippines, on the other hand, this is not a very great start for now.
Well, they have a plan, and it's playing into the long game once again. I think it's more of fighting around that team fights. But that being said, I feel like Selena is definitely a very sneaky target for them. The Mystic Gush eventually comes out, targeting onto Benuya, but a good job in trying to secure that first objective. For Team Philippines, though, it's the same MO as in the first game. Secure the objective, secure the turtles, let's look for trades elsewhere. We don't care about the fights, we don't care about the leads that they have, at least for the first early to mid stages of the game. What we want to do is try to fight around the objectives. They know their power spikes, and they know how De La Cruz likes to set things up. Pabiko hasn't come online with the diversions as of yet, but he is being punished for, you know, for the later stages of the game. Speaking of which,
my goodness. Another death for the side of Pabiko as well. Fatal Links coming up from the side of Team Philippines, trying to slow it down. Myanmar, Myan going down at the same time. And you can see Nepomuceno is not happy. You take down Pabiko 3 times. Will not be able to find Selena though.
This is very unlike the Loyi. Typically, Pabiko has a absolutely phenomenal kind of positioning when it comes down to team fights, when it comes down to, you know, your rotations. But I think the Selena was picked up by Myanmar because they identify where Pabiko will be at, what kind of bushes he likes to sit at, what kind of areas he's at. And with that added kind of like vision play that it gives with the arrows, you don't have to hit it, you just have to be around the vicinity.
I think that's a problem with, right? Like the fact that your games are just being analyzed all over across the world because you are the gold standard. Team Myanmar is taking leave out of that one. A lot of damage landed on the Paquito for now. De La Cruz looking for a target for the Fatal Links. Perfect match already denied. Benuya dodge around there. Kyo will not be able to find it. Here comes the Mystic Gush as well. Benuya grunts all the way in. Will be able to find onto the goal. The turtle still secured by the side of Han. De La Cruz bring out a hand at the same time. Members of Team Philippines working on it, but Han does have a lot more damage, especially in the box here. 2 members down just for this particular fight.
That's the version. Will be safe getting out of there. That fight specifically just targeting onto the Boxia wasn't the right move for Team Philippines. I think they know what to go for. It's just the distance between themselves and Gord and the Selena throwing that arrows and getting that stun up. Taking a look at the replays, it's just in the middle of the Mystic Gush, which created so much space for Team Myanmar to actually get even remotely close to the turtle and take that out.
Yeah, and even the rotations activated early on by Shine all the way up to the mid lane, catching on to Vinuya earlier just now, right? I think Vinuya's gameplay was correct. Tried to target down onto Mio, tried to deny, but another arrow coming out from the side of Kyo. Man, he's landing these very crazily.
Yeah, and he's all over the map. It's super slippery. They needed to give up that T1, and to that respect, though, Paquito's just getting out of harm's way super fast.
Kratos Wrath committed very early on, kind of out of Mlbb as well. Mio letting out Mystic Gush. Vinuya trying to dodge. We'll be able to find out Mio. That's a standing guard kill given aside Team Philippines.
Smart play by Vinuya. The mechanics is just impeccable. He knows that he's down low. He knows that he does have a little bit of sustain if he hits the creeps. They're saving the Beetle for this Freya, and then he's going back for the counter re-engage. So for Team Philippines, it's just a matter of time before they really come up online. But for Myanmar, the challenge now is to hold on so crucially to this lead.
Yeah, this is the awkward mid stage for the side of Team Myanmar, right? Earlier just now in game number 1, you notice that they are not also very confident and comfortable in capitalizing onto the leads. They are able to secure themselves in the early game. They were a little bit too passive, allowing Team Philippines to really take a little bit too much. As long as, you know, Team Philippines manage a bit of a goal lead that's around, I would say, less than 3K, I think, you know, Team Philippines could easily turn this around, but Team Myanmar, I need to see more coming out from them in order to basically capitalize on this lead.
Well, we talked about gap closing. Turtle at a quarter.
Mlbb taking that turtle into his hands. Easy pickings from the side of Team Philippines as well. Wait, hold on. Is that a diversion? Oh, wait. I'm not too sure.
There's on the top side.
The concealed play, and Pabiko returning the favor against Team Myanmar. And now it is Team Philippines striking back.
I thought the diversion was going to go back to the base,
Same.
but it went into the mid lane top bush. And they concealed in, got that fatal links, and Myanmar definitely was not expecting that one.
Yeah, definitely, and this is the time when Team Myanmar may have caught off guard just a little bit. Pabiko picking up and killing as well. Mlbb landing on the Princess Wrath right onto hands. 2 members down for the side, Team Myanmar and Team Philippines equalizing the kill score.
Well, Pabiko having that early 3 deaths, definitely not happy about that one. This is the response.
He redeemed himself. Pabiko redeemed himself already.
Biting off a little bit more that they can chew, not understanding where they're coming from. Pabiko is changing his pace down in the midst of battle. Take a look at replay. We see the chase coming in down the mid side. And you have Diana joining in the team fight, so that's an added damage boost from that carry alone.
Dude, the Fatal Links wobble combo right into the low E dispersion is just so painful, right? It's just, you know, burst damage for days. There's no way to run because you're really getting hooked in by the side of De La Cruz at the same time. And now Kyo, those cylinder arrows, you gotta have to land them even more better, especially going to the later parts of the game. You really need to find the damage onto Pabiko. If not, Team Philippines will take you and run with it.
For Selena, like I said, it's very risky. It's still on a timer. If they cannot sort of like defend the T2 engage from Philippines and they lose their turns and Fatal Links once again, Purify.
But the Purify don't, that's okay. Here comes another arrow coming out from the side of Kyo. But Mlbb is just taking a lot of resources away from the side of Team Myanmar right now. He actually eats most of the laser as well. Vinuya coming in, trying to zone. Mlbb still alive. Vietnam taking down hand. And Vinuya on the chase, on the Kyo. Vietnam picking up a double kill at the same time.
Beautiful find. Mlbb was just right there baiting out the Mystic Gush. He soaked in all that damage and he threw down their Praiseless Wrap. That's the damage that we're looking for. I thought it was over for Team Philippines. The blue health bars were basically just turning yellow and into the red. And this was just impeccable layering of all these team fights. Right now, again, back to my point, Kyotuya with the Selena is definitely on a timer. Take a look at the damage. Look at where all the yellow were hit. And then the Fatal Links pulled everyone into the picture, into the face of Mlbb, the GOAT.
man, the Mystic Gush was just a Mystic Tickle coming out from inside Myo at that point. Mlbb somehow was able to tank through all of that damage coming out from Myo. Myo on this Gorge is supposed to be able to shred through tanks, but it seems like without a Claude and also Shine earlier just now getting zoned out, wasn't able to output the damage at all. And all of a sudden, Team Myanmar, you know, if your God can't do damage already, you trust Selena to do damage against Fredrin?
Yeah, and like I said, don't count Philippines out just as of yet. They might have been shaky in the start, but it's always their MO. They're playing to their strengths. Right now, Viana is inside every single team fight that they're going for. They're not taking the risk. They're not going in straight. But speaking of which, that's a concealed play. Might be able to find a body.
Nope. I think the concealed play is more for psychological warfare, just to prevent Team Myanmar from stepping up. But this is also where it gets really scary for the side of Team Philippines, right? Like, there's a lot of pokes coming out from Kyo and also to a certain extent Myo at the same time. So if Team Philippines were to just dilly-dally like that earlier just now, De La Cruz eats a arrow as well. You can start to see some of the damage also being poured onto the side of Vienna as well. Man, these arrows are annoying.
Yeah, but it's better him than everyone else on the team because he's the main setter. He's basically the baiter of the team. Take a look at itemizations right now. There's the Trolley Trinity built up for both of these marksmen. And I like the build, defensive build coming in from both these two tanks from the side of Philippines. You got the Radiant Armor immediately first. You know, hey, Sri Lanka got to take notes on that one as well. And Viana, Vinuya, sorry, is basically on fire at this point. They're splitting their hits. They're not playing that 3-2 composition. Vinuya is down the bottom side, trying to push that wave in. And like I say, right from the draft, Selena is a very risky play because now, when you're back on that defense, there's not much that Selena can do. The
Boxer is supposed to get more levels because of the early game priority, but Fredrin, look at Mlbb right now. Just level 15, 3 levels ahead against Han. Once Team Philippines get a inch, they go through the mile. They take a lot of these resources away from Team Myanmar right now. And Team Myanmar, once again, this early game matchup, early game priority heroes that they've selected for themselves, unable to find the mark.
Well, speaking of Mark, I feel like the Paquito should be able to find the back line and play a little bit more sneakily at this point. But Philippines is just roaming together as a unit, playing a 4-1 composition. They're on the opposite side of the map. So for Team Myanmar, it would be kind of easy to read. If you see where Viana is on that map, you kind of know where Vinuya is on the opposite side. So plan your routes carefully, plan that approach a little bit thread carefully. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, at the very least, you know, I appreciate how Vinuya is doing it, but hold on a second. Kyo may find himself in a spot of trouble right here. De La Cruz passes onto him. Here comes the fatal lane. Normal roll for the side of Team Myanmar as well. The Appraiser's draft, half HP onto this guard. The guard lands on the Mystic Gush at the same time, but this time around, it may be a little bit too much for the Fredrin. He glimpses away. Vienna finds the kill. That's going to be a killing spree given on the side of Vienna as well. Vinuya zones Team Myanmar away.
Slowed up, stunned up, taking a full laser to the face, and even more.
He laughs at danger.
Man, Philippines is just on fire this time around. Lead is way too much.
Okay. A little bit too much damage from the Lord. Right there.
But they're layering it in. Mortality already built up by Mlbb. So the second Lord of the match will be in hands of Team Philippines and looking for the approach. And if we play our cards right, Philippines waiting out for that Lord, marching in the top side. And taking a look at the replay, nice find onto the Selena. A little bit of an ego stretch as well. Take me down in the early game, I'm going to take you out in the late game. Hey, test me, try me.
Yeah, Vienna is just like right at the max range of Myo. Myo's laser wasn't able to touch onto Vienna, so easy shred for the side of Vienna onto Han with because she is being a carry after it all. But of course, you know, Mlbb actually pull out so much attention away from Vienna, allowing Vienna to truly shine. And this is really that kind of teamwork that, you know, Team Myanmar is trying to break.
Yeah, and speaking of teamwork, there's so much opportunity, so many angles that they can come from. Right now, it's the base rush. You can always find the diversion up on the top side. I don't think Team Philippines wants to commit into big major team fights. They might want to wait out for the next Lord opportunity.
Now, not looking for style points. Unfortunately, the Lord will be dealt with by the side of Team Myanmar for now. Vinuya jumping in, using the Valkyrie descent right there. Dashes over to kind of zone, I would say, yes. At the very least, they take down mid.
good defense, good discipline. This is the Philippines that we all know and love. You have that lead, let's just maintain it. For Team Myanmar though, you're just picking up that scraps.
Yep.
I think, again, in the early game, there's so much kill potential because it was just the laning phase. And once Philippines just huddle up together, it's so hard to tear apart. But there are still, you know, even if there are still weaknesses into Team Philippines, if Myanmar is able to find a good stun, if Myanmar is able to find the right target onto maybe Pabiko or Viana, they could have an opportunity in.
Oh, diversion all the way down bot, and all of a sudden the whole squad for the side Team Philippines. Video picking up a double kill as well, denying the Mitch from the side of Team Myanmar as well, as Team Philippines crack open bot.
What a play, and they're going for it. Selena trying to buy time, but it might not be enough.
But at the very least, the waves are already cleared by the side of Team Myanmar for now. But hey, it's unfortunate that we're not able to see on the minimap where Pabiko decide to use the diversion. That's why.
Because it's not in the minimap, it's outside the minimap. You're playing out of bounds now, and Philippines, they're pushing it through.
Yeah, and now because Team Myanmar doesn't really have any form of peel, the only peel that they probably have is this Selena, which is getting gutted and screened by the side of Nepomuceno right there. But the members on the side of Team Philippines trying to walk on the core. Another way, marching down top. It's up to him to try to secure the Mystic Gush, pushing Team Philippines away, trying to defend as much as they can.
They come in the nick of time, and Philippines, they're still all so happy and healthy. 10 seconds until Lord spawns up. It's just a reset for now. What a good start and what a good cycle, pushing Myanmar back. And they know they bought themselves 30 seconds of pushing power. Look at how far the base is standing. It's on the precipice, and Philippines, they know it.
Yeah, we talk about scaling composition. Philippines has completely scaled. The Fresrin also, you know, is so thick right now. You also got Binuya that also output quite a bit of damage. Could dive as well, but hold on a second. Nepomuceno finding onto Gyo as well. The Selena, no way for him to run. Mega kill, given over the side of Binuya already, as Team Philippines works on the Lord without Nepomuceno.
It's a statement. They're giving up the kills early. Selena's getting them, but Philippines are saying,
I feel like
I'm going to come back to the version.
Once again, goes all the way up top,
straight to the base.
top, all the way back to base, but there's no minions. This is annoying to see Pabiko just instantly sends everybody. And Team Myanmar, even if they see the diversion, they're not ready for it.
Yeah, Philippines is just intimidating all of them as the Pickling onto the potato. This 5-9 collapse.
Oh man, it's so tough to watch if you aren't from the side of Team Myanmar as well. One after another, Team Philippines find a pick off, especially at this critical stage. 30 seconds from full strength.
The ball of blue coming in. Mystic Gush already laid down.
Mystic is laying down at the same time. Binuya also hack and slice onto Han at the same time. Dela Cruz already has to disengage just a little bit. Cure running for the hills at the same time. Price's right barely hits. He tried to pull the Lord all the way to the other side. As Binuya with a bunch of meters trying to work on the core instead, but that's gonna be shut down.